For 6 weeks test review number 4. You should have all of these problems in front of you, the Bob problem, the Justin problem, and the Juan problem, and you should have already solved them. So if not, go ahead and stop watching the video and solve them so we can go over them. Alright, so in this first situation, Bob is cutting boards. So he's got boards that he is cutting. Each board needs to be 7 3/8 feet long. So we know that he's got a total of 59 feet. So we have a total and we are cutting it into parts. What operation is that? If you are cutting something into pieces, that is division. So you see how you read the problem and you think about what action it is and then you assign a operation to it. So the total amount that he has is 59 feet. And we want to split that or divide that into pieces that are 7 3/8 feet long. So all we have to do is just divide 59 over 1 by 7 3/8. And what I'm going to do is change this into an improper fraction. So 8 times 7 is 56, plus 3 is 59 over, now I'm going to keep 8. And now, remember, when you divide fractions, you have to keep the first value the same and multiply by the reciprocal of the second value. So, 59 times 8 is 472 divided by 59. Then, you're going to write 472 to the side, divided by 59. I'm going to take a guess, and I'm going to guess that 59 will go into 472. I'm going to go with maybe 5 times. I'm going to multiply over here by 5, and I'm going to get 295. Oh no, I can increase that. And what you're going to do is just increase it until you get something really close, but not over 472. So when you divide that out, you should get 8, because 8 times 59 is 472. All right. I'm sorry. I wrote 479, and I meant 472. So how many boards is he able to cut into pieces? 8 boards. All right. In this situation, there are many ways to solve this, but we know that Justin is going to bike, swim, and run a distance of 64 miles. So all of this is 64. He's going to run a fourth of that. So if we took 64 and we split it into 4 pieces, how many pieces what would be assigned to each of those pieces? So 64 divided by 4 is 16. So we only want 1/4, so we know that 1/4 is 16 miles. So I'm just going to write 16 above the running. All right, now it says he swims a 16th of the distance. So now, instead of 4 pieces, I could have 16 pieces. So let me split everything into 16. So if my total again is 64, I need to divide that into 16 pieces to figure out how much each piece will hold. And so I discover that each of them will be 4 miles. So 1/16 is 4 miles. And then he's going to bike the rest. Well, if he's already gone 16 and 4, 16 plus 4 is 20. So let me write that down, write that over there. Now our total distance for the triathlon is 64 miles. So if I take 64 and subtract out 20 miles, I should get 44. So he is going to bike the remaining 44 miles. All right, so in this next one, we know that Juan is going to go around the track 28 times, 28 laps. So we know that on Monday, he ran 2 1/4 laps. On Tuesday, he ran 2 1/2. And then on Wednesday, he ran 3 3/4. So this is how much he has already run. So could we add all of that up to determine how far he's already gone? Yes. So let's do that first. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to add my whole numbers first. 3 and 2 and 2, 2 and 2 is 4, and 3 is 7. Now I'm going to add my pieces, and I don't have a common denominator, but I know that 1/2 is the same as 2/4. So I know, you know what, I didn't even need to do that now that I'm looking at it. I know that 1/4 and 3/4 is 1 whole. So let me keep this here. So that's another whole plus 1/2. So altogether, this is 8 1/2. I didn't even have to find a common denominator. So he's already ran 8 1/2 miles. But we know that he wants to run a total of 28 miles, and we need to know how many more he still needs to go. So we should be able to take 28 miles and subtract out what he has already, how far he has already gone, which is 8 1/2. So let's just reason through this. 28 take away 8 laps is 20 laps. Now, we still have to take away 1/2 of a lap. So we have to say 20 laps minus 1/2 a lap. That's going to be 19 1/2 laps remaining. Make sure that you watch this video a couple of times until you really understand it. This video will help you tremendously, hint, 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 tremendously on the 6 weeks test.